Well, the show, I should tell you what the name of the show is. It's called More, How Do You Lycett, How Do You Lycett? Which, thank you for the one laugh. I agree. I'm over the puns. I don't like doing the puns anymore because all of my show titles have had puns. Basically, I wanted to call this show something different, but my agent said no. Between you and I wanted to call this show Prince Andrew is a Nonce. Obviously, he refutes the claims and the case has been settled, but it's just, basically, I didn't want to be able to promote it, essentially. So, I'll be on the one show, Alex Jones would be looking me in the eye going, talk about the show, but don't you fucking say the name of the show. Just so you know, if you see me talking about the show anyway, I'm on Sunday brunch or whatever, in my head, it's Prince Andrew's a Nonce, just so you're aware. Just so you're aware. I should tell you some things before I get on with the show. The first thing that's really important, because this has been a bit of a confusing issue, I am not James Acaster. That's James Acaster. I've got to be very clear about this, because he's a brilliant comedian, he's a great friend of mine, but he said that people keep shouting my name at him in the street. We don't look similar, do we? I don't think we look similar at all. Anyway, my agent said we need to do some posters to promote the tour. Have you got any ideas? I'd been drinking, this is what I came up with. I was furious because sales shot up. Got me into all sorts of legal headaches. I had to do a public apology. I said I'll never again use James Acaster's image without his prior approval. I've agreed to not play Kettering on the tour. That's where he's from. And I said within the apology post I will publish the correct tour poster, which is attached, and then I attached the correct one. So it's I'm being silly. That's Claire Boulding, another lesbian. Don't worry, it's absolutely fine. That was the correct tour poster. That's the correct one. Well, actually, technically that's the correct one, but. It's so nice, though. Since I changed the name of the show, people have been promoting it for me. This is in Salford. Isn't that nice of them to do that? It's so lovely of them to do that. Andrew! Andrew! I'm so angry, I forgot the letter R! Anyone in from Salford? No, it's a shithole. I lived there for a year, I can say it's a shithole. It's a nice shithole, it's a shithole. Right, okay. I'm having a lager beer, lads. Oi, oi. Any other geezers in? Catch the game, geezer? Was there a game? I don't know if there was a game. Give me a cheer if you got into day drinking in lockdown. Yes, that's my audience. Honestly, lockdown, I was drinking way too much. I'd wake up and I'd get to midday and I'd go, I have got to stop drinking, I'm wrecked. And when the first lockdown ended, I went for a boozy lunch with a friend of mine in London, and I got overexcited and had way too much white wine, and I thought, I'll walk through London, I'll just sort of sober up. And I was wandering through London, and I walked past some filming. Now, I have the body of a 43-year-old mother of 4, but in these scenarios, the mind of a teenage boy, and I thought, I'm going to do something silly in the background of filming. They can do another take, it doesn't matter. And my first thought was to go like, oh, like that, and then I thought, no, I'm better than that. So what I did is a silly walk. This is what I did in the background of filming. I went like this, I went, oh. Not my best work by any means. Got back to where I was staying, and I'd sobered up by that point, and I was looking on Twitter, and people were tweeting me with things like this. Just saw you on Sky News. I hadn't considered it was a live broadcast. Walking behind the reporter at the Old Bailey. The Old Bailey is where the worst of the crimes are tried. Genuinely, I'd walked into the background of a report about a paedophile sex ring. Actually. Oh, like that. But my first thought was to go, oh. Just delighted to have a career, to be honest with you. Could have gone so horribly wrong. Yes, lockdown got in the way of doing stand-up. I was meant to do this tour a lot sooner. And I had my jab. This is me having my jab. And the nurse said, oh, do take a photo and put it on Instagram. We're trying to promote the vaccine. She hadn't considered I might put a caption with it. I just wanted a Tuesday afternoon strippogram, and now I'm hooked on meth. And then underneath, this post was sponsored by Microsoft Shoe Zone and Screwfix. Oh, the anti-vaxxers are out in force. Someone called me a foot soldier of tyranny. I love that. That's going on the posters next year. Someone else said, idiot, I bet he was paid thousands for this and didn't even take the vaccine. You got me there. Shoe Zone did pay me thousands. Fair play. I get it. It was scary to have the vaccine. A friend of mine was absolutely terrified. She had it, and then afterwards she said, I don't want to think about it. I just want to get drunk. And we had 3 bottles between us. And the next morning she rang me and she went, Joe, I've had a terrible reaction to the vaccine. I was like, It might be the gavi-de-gavi, darling. I said, what are your symptoms? She went, oh, I've got a terrible headache. And weirdly, a brand new tattoo. That's the vaccine. I've got this neighbour who's very handsome. He lives a few doors down from me. He's called George, and I never know what he's up to. He's always doing weird stuff, because he rang me the once and he said, have you got a flat-headed screwdriver? And I looked and I said, I haven't got one, sorry. And he went, never mind, any hummus? What evening are you having? I don't know what you're doing. And I got COVID on the 1st of January this year, and he rang me on the 5th, and he said, are you all right, Joe? I've not seen you come out of your house. And I said, I'm absolutely fine, George. I've got COVID, but I'm isolating. I've got no symptoms. I'm absolutely fine. And I said, how are you? And he went, oh, nightmare. I was meant to go to France, but they've closed the borders, and the insurance doesn't pay out if they close the borders, only pay out if I get COVID. And I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, George. And he went, can I come round? I was like, a hot guy wants to come round to get an infectious disease off me to fuck off an insurance company. I've had dreams about this shit. And I thought about it, and I thought, fuck it. So I invited him round, we had a few beers, had a lovely time. He left, he got a positive PCR test, but he's an anti-vaxxer and he died. So... R.I.P. George. Little twist in that one. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Oh, it's all good fun. This is all good fun.